We'll take a little trip over yonder, so I can take a look around at what you've seen. I can see from where I am you're on an adventure, in a place you can't describe. Some things can't be captured in words.
Alright, what's up mga kamatler? Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ito pa rin ang inyong abot kamay na mga teacher, si Sir Ash. At welcome sa ating second part discussion ng mga modules sa quarter 3 para naman ngayon sa ating mga grade 9 students. Alright, so for today's lesson, my dear math learners, this is still a continuation on the geometry topics and the topic that we have discussed in the quarter 3 module 1. So today, mga ka-math learners naman natin sa grade 9 ang ating pagbibigyan ng tulong para sa ating module discussions. Alright, so if you are still new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button at notification bell para laging updated ka sa ating mga topics. Alright, so my dear math learners, today we will be talking about midline theorem, theorems on trapezoids and kites, and solving problems involving parallelograms, trapezoids, and kites. So therefore, medyo this topic will seal the deal talking about quadrilaterals. Alright, so let us start, my dear math learners. Alright, so for the first page, we have the title as well as the cover. So this is known as the cover page. Okay, quarter 3, module 2. On the second page are the people behind the module. So disclaimer lamang po mga kaibigan, na hindi pagmamayari ni Sir Ash ang mga topics na dinediscuss natin dito sa channel because these modules are owned by the Department of Education at nandito lamang po ang ating channel sa Math Teacher Ash para tulungan ang ating mga students sa kanilang journey in learning mathematics. Alright, so next of that is the title page, and on the fourth page is the introductory message para sa ating mga teachers at para sa ating mga students. Alright, next, on the fourth page, we have our objectives for the module. So ano nga ba ang sinasabi dito? So, first objective natin is to prove the midline theorem. The second part is to prove theorems on trapezoids and kites. And number 3 is to solve problems involving parallelograms, trapezoid, and kites. So I hope marami na kayo natutunan tungkol sa introduction and the concept map on quadrilaterals. So anong pagkakaiba ni parallelogram kay trapezoid at saka kay trapezium, in which the most popular quadrilateral is known as the kite. Okay. And today is the midline theorem naman, pagdi-discuss din natin yan, which is also a part of the topic in triangles as well as in trapezoids. Alright, so after we know we read the objectives, we will be given the let us try activity, and this is known as the pretest of the module. So no pressure, my dear math learners. Kung ano lang yung kaya ninyong sagutin, just try your best to do so because this will test whether you have a prior knowledge about that topic. Okay, so ito ay multiple choice questions lang, and these are 15 questions. All right? So just do what you can, okay? So do your best lamang po, my dear math learners. Okay. So now we have here the 8th page, okay? The next activity, and that is the introduction. So lesson 1 is about the midline theorem for triangles. So the midline theorem for triangles is basically very easy, my dear math learners, because it is just a segment in the middle from the word itself, mid. All right, so align middle. Okay, align in the middle. Okay, so midline. All right, so we have here in a triangle, the midline joining the midpoints of two sides, okay, is parallel to the third side and half as long. All right, so again, let us focus this statement. Ang midline ay isang segment na mula sa mga midpoints ng dalawang sides ng triangle. So, kung meron kang isang side dito, ang gitna nito at ang gitna nito hinanap, that is the midpoint, okay? Kinonect yun sila, and that line is known as the midline. And that midline is parallel to the third side of the triangle. Parang ganito lang, mga kaibigan. Alright, so This is the concept of the midline theorem. And the measurement of the midline theorem is basically half of the parallel line or the parallel side, which is the third side of that triangle. Example, so we have here a triangle ABC in which the midline is line segment DE. Alright, DE. Medyo maliit ang print ng ating module. Okay, so DE is the midline. So this DE is half of line segment BE. So kalahati lamang po mga kaibigan. So therefore, if this BE or if this line segment BC is 10 centimeters, therefore our DE will be 5. If this is, let's say, 20, so this will be 10. So it's just half, simple as that. All right. So now let us go to the next part. Okay, so to show the congruency, we will need to rely on what is given in the problem statement and see which parts, sides, or angles we know are equal. In this case, DE is the mid segment. All right. And we know that AE and EC, so AE, where is AE here? AE and EC are equal and AD and DB are equal. Why? Because those lines or those points were drawn, or the line that is being drawn is basically from the midpoint of these lines or these segments. Okay? So, connecting that, we have FC, or okay, saan ba dito ang by extending line DE, right? Line DE to a point F. Okay, so kung i-extend natin itong line segment dito to a point F, so this one is the same measurement as this one. So we will be forming, and if we connect another line there, we will be forming a parallelogram. Okay, as you can see on that figure. Okay. So now it is easy to show the new triangle we constructed. So this is the new triangle and is congruent to angle ADE and this one. Okay, congruent yan sila based on the SSS congruence. If you know, or sorry, SAS congruence. If you don't know anything about the congruence, then we need to go back to the grade 8 topic about the triangle congruence. Okay, bakit siya SAS? Because these are vertical angles, itong angle E and angle E, alright? And then this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side. Therefore, we acquire the SAS congruence, alright? So, side, angle, side, side, angle, side. Okay? And these are the proof of the triangle mid-segment theorem. So, from the construction, then we have the given, DE is a mid-segment, vertical angle, sabi ko nga kanina. And then we have the SAS congruence postulate. And then the CP-CTC or the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And then we have here the converse alternative interior angles theorem. And we have here the mid-segment, transitive property of equality. Okay, CF and where is that? CF and DB. So CF and DB. Okay, ito yun. Okay? And we also have here the reason two opposite sides of a parallelogram. Yeah, sabi ko nga parallelogram. Opposite sides of parallelogram, opposite sides of parallelogram. Okay. And we have the CP-CTC and as derived and as substitution. So that's it. Alright, so more about that ano tawag dyan? Proving. Alright, so now let us go to example number 1. So if the mid segment is equal to 12. So what is the measurement of DF? So again, as what I told you earlier, that the mid segment is half of the parallel side. So therefore, so kung 12 ito, i-multiply mo lang yan ng 2 para makuha mo ang kaparallel niya. And that is 24. Bakit 24, sir? Akala ko ba half? Yeah. The mid segment is the half. Hindi yung dito. Alright? So, itong parallel side o itong side ng triangle will be larger than the mid-segment. And the mid-segment is half. Alright. So, that's it. 24. Alright. Now, if we have it here. Okay, ito naman. Algebraic expression ang binigay sa given. So, our mid-segment is given in the measure 3x minus 5. And our third side, which is parallel to the mid-segment, is 26 units. So, how do we get this one? So, of course, we all know that this is 26. So, our segment here, DE, is half. And that is 13. So, we already know that our DE is 13. Question is, what if si X ang pinapahanap sa atin at hindi yung measurement ni DE? So, therefore, we just equate our expression 3x minus 5. Equal lang natin yan sa 15. 13. Kasi 26 is to 13. So, i-equate natin yan sa 13 at ito na yon. Ayan, as you can see. Equated 3x minus 5 is equal to 13. Okay? So, nilipat si minus 5 sa kabila kay 13. So, 13 plus 5 na tayo. 18. Divide 18 by 3 and you have the value x is equal to 6. Easy, right? Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. And if you want to try to check whether your answer 6 is correct, so you just multiply 3 times 6. That is 18. 18 minus 5, that is 13. And 13 is half of 26. And still, you are correct. Okay, congratulations, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to the lesson 2. And this topic is all about the midline theorems for trapezoid. So, my dear math learners, we all know that yung trapezoid para itong mukha ng, anong tawag dyan? Yung bahay, okay? Yung roof ng bahay. So, these are quadrilaterals that have exactly one pair of parallel sides. Alright. So, in a trapezoid, the midline is parallel to the bases. Okay? Yung mga parallel side. Kaparallel niya yung mga bases. And its length is half their sum. So, half their sum. Kanina, half of the parallel side ng third side ng triangle. Ngayon, dahil yung tuktok niya, hindi katulad dito sa, as you can see, ito, di ba? Yung tuktok kanina, pag i-extend mo ito, tama? Pag i-extend mo ito, magiging triangle yan. Kanina, ang napag-alaman natin is kapag tuktok lang siya, ibig sabihin, walang segment doon sa tuktok, vertex lang talaga, half lang siya kaagad ng base, ng third side. Pero, ngayon, hinati siya, okay? Or meron na tayong dalawang base. Naputol na yun, para na siyang bahay ngayon, roof ng bahay, alright? So, if that is the case, since you now have two sides that are parallel to your mid-segment, so ang gagawin or the midline, what you will do is you add those two bases and divide it by 2. Ulitin ko, i-add mo yung dalawang base 1 and base 2, and then you divide it by 2 to get the measurement of the midline. Alright, okay, so ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. So, the midline or the mid-segment. Okay, so in a trapezoid, the midline is parallel to the bases and its length is half their sum. Conversely, the line joining points on the two sides of a trapezoid parallel to its bases and half as long their sum is the midline. Okay, so napakadali lang, my dear math learners. Add mo itong sa tuktok, add mo itong sa baba, divide it by 2, and you have the measurement of the mid-segment or the midline. Alright. So, we have here another figure. So, since we are dealing with the midpoints of segments, we will use what we already have proven in the triangle mid-segments. Let's create such triangles by drawing a line from vertex A going to the midpoint F until it intersects to an extension on the base of DC at point G. Alright. So, we can study these triangles, the triangle A, B, where is that B? ABF. Okay, ito yon, ABF. And triangle GCF. Okay, ito yon, GCF. So, of course, as you can see, my dear math learners, these are angles. Tama, vertical angles yan siya, angle F. And we have this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side based on what we have just proven kanina. So, technically, mapuprove pa rin natin na they are correct. Okay. So, my dear math learners, we have here example number 3. Ayan. So, basically, you can just refer to the statement and reasons para mas maintindihan nyo. But I'm sure, my dear math learners, it is already been proven. Alright. So, now, let us go to example 3. Suppose that segment AB is 128 and side XY is 95. What is CD? Okay, so eto naman, my dear math learners, binigay dito ngayon ang mid segment. Tama? The midline, the measurement of the midline. That is 95. So, ang sabi kanina, pag i-add mo itong sa taas at i-add mo sa baba, divide it by 2, ang lalabas ay yung nasa gitna. Pero what if binigay yung sa gitna, binigay yung isa sa mga base or bases, paano mo makukuha ang other base? Okay, ganito lang my dear math learners, napakadali lang nito. Pag binigay yung nasa gitna, i-times mo lang yun ng 2. Times 2 ka lang. 95 times 2. Alright. So, 95 times 2, the answer is 190. And then, yung 190, ima-minus mo lang sa given na isang base. So, 190 minus 128, and the answer is 62. Alright, so ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Now, question. Sir Ash, what if yung sa tuktok ang given at sa baba yung nawawala? Ganun pa rin. I-times 2 mo lang parati si given midline, and then i-subtract mo siya doon sa isang given na base. Okay, so napakadali lang.
Easy, right?
Yes, easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Now, we have here example number 4. Ang side BA, we have side BA. Okay, ito yon. Side BA is 24, side DC is 26. Find the length of side KF. So, since the two bases are given, and this is a trapezoid, of course, ang gagawin mo lang is just to add 24 and 26, that is 50. 50 divided by 2, and the answer is 25. At ito na nga yun. Napakadali lang, my dear math learners. And now, let us go to the lesson 3 of the theorems, trapezoids, and kites. Okay, or theorems of trapezoids and kites. Alright. So, when talking about the trapezoid, so, yung magkakaroon talaga tayo ng properties or mga characteristics ng isang trapezoid, we can do that if and only if the trapezoid is an isosceles trapezoid, meaning yung legs niya ay equal. So, as you can see, this is the trapezoid. Alright. So, these two parallel lines, okay? Itong sides dito na parallel, ang tawag sa kanila ay base. Samantalang itong side naman na hindi parallel, ang tawag sa kanila ay mga legs. Okay, leg 1 and leg 2, the base 1 and the base 2. Okay, so, ang makikita nyo ngayon naman dito na angle na na-form. So, si angle D at si angle C, si angle B at si angle A. Ang tawag doon ay base angles. Okay, base angles. So, base angle silang dalawa. Base angle silang dalawa. And as you can see, this pink line segment here that intersect within this part, they are what we call diagonals. And in an isosceles trapezoid, okay, isang isosceles trapezoid, diagonals are congruent. Katulad sila ng rectangle. Diagonals are congruent. Okay? And then, if you make a mid-segment there, ang tawag sa mid-segment naman is the median. Alright, so median. Of course, ganun pa rin, one half the measurement of the two bases pag i-add mo. Okay, so napakadali lang, my dear math learners. So, we have here the isosceles trapezoid or trapezoids with congruent legs. Diagonals of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. That's what I've said earlier. Okay, and opposite angles of an isosceles trapezoid are supplementary. So, ito dito, ito yung mga opposite angles. Okay? So, ito, opposite angles ito. Alright? Angle D and angle B. Opposite. Hindi katulad sa parallelogram, opposite angles are congruent. Dito sa isosceles trapezoid, opposite angles are supplementary. Base angles are congruent. So, base angle here, okay, they are base angles. Hindi ito ha, okay, I want to make sure that hindi ito na base angle. Ito na base angle. Isang pair, the two angles that share the same base. Yun ang base angles. Okay, ito naman ang base, ito yung dalawang base angles niya. So, the base angles are congruent. Alright. And the opposite angles are supplementary. Now, we have here, the diagonals of an isosceles trapezoid are represented by 4x minus 47 and 2x plus 31. What is the value of x? Remember, my dear math learners, in an isosceles trapezoid, the diagonals are congruent. So, therefore, you can equate them. So, ito given, equals mo lang sa ito ng given. So, we have here 4x minus 47 is equal to 2x plus 31. You combine like terms, pagsamahin ang mga may variables, pagsamahin ang mga walang variables. So, Si 2x lipat sa left side, minus 2x na. Si minus 47 lipat sa right side, naging plus 47 na. So we have 4x minus 2x, that is 2x. 31 plus 47, that is 78. Divide both sides by 2. And the half of 78 is 39.
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. And that is the answer for the measurement or the value of x in the given diagonal. Alright, so now let us go to ang example number 6. Example 6. Trapezoid FINE or FINE is an isosceles trapezoid with legs FINEN. So ito yon, FINEN. Alright. If FI is 7x plus 14 and EN is 5x plus 34, find the length of the legs of the trapezoid. So, length of the legs of the trapezoid. So, therefore, in an isosceles trapezoid, the legs are congruent. So, you can also equate them. After you get the value of x, ang gagawin mo lang is to put that value of x to any of the given expression and that's it. Alright, so example, we have here, inequate natin sila. Okay? Lipat sa kabila ang magkapareho ng term. So, naging 2x is equal to 20 na tayo. Divide both sides by 20 and that is 10. 10 ang value ng x. Pero hindi ito ang sagot ng ating problema because the problem asks for the measurement of the leg. So, our 10 here can be applied in 7x plus 14 or in 5x plus 34. So, pwede natin gamitin dito. 7 times 10 because 7x yun. 7 times 10 is 70. 70 plus 14 and that is 84. And that's it. You can also use this EN here, the 5x plus 34. So, 5 times 10, that is 50. 50 plus 34. And the answer is still 84.
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to the properties of kites. Alright. So, in the properties of kites, my dear math learners, this is also known as a trapezium or no sides of the quadrilateral is parallel. Okay. So, however, in the kites, medyo meron siyang anong tawag diyan? Particular set of characteristics. So, as the definition goes, a kite is a quadrilateral with two distinct pairs of consecutive sides that are congruent. So, two distinct pairs of alright, two distinct pairs of consecutive sides. Ayan, consecutive sides. Ayan, alright. So, ito yan. Ayan. Okay, consecutive yan sila dalawa, magkasunod. Pareho ng measurement. Ito din na naman, okay, pareho din ng measurement. Alright, so I hope that is very clear, my dear math learners. So, two distinct pairs of consecutive sides. So, ito, hindi sila distinct. Ito yon sila. Okay? So, ito. So, dalawang magkasunod na consecutive sides ay equal. Alright, so here KL and LM are equal. JK and JM are equal. Or same goes. Okay, and then their diagonals are perpendicular. So, pareho sila ng properties ng isang rhombus. Okay, ng isang rhombus. Yung mga, yung diagonals nila forms a 90-degree angle. They are perpendicular. Okay, and then it also has here that exactly one pair of opposite angles are congruent. So, exactly one pair of opposite angles are congruent. So, hindi ito yon. Ito yon. Okay, ito yon. Alright, ayan. Okay, silang pair ang magka-equal. Alright, next is one diagonal, okay, is the perpendicular bisector of the other diagonal. So, this diagonal at ito yung diagonal na yun. So, ito na diagonal is a bisector of this diagonal. So, when we say bisector, it divides into two equal parts. So, itong KM ngayon ay hinati ng equal or equally divided by the bisector or by the diagonal JL. But, of course, ang haba ni JN at NL ay hindi equal. Ito lamang si diagonal dito. Alright, and the area of a kite is half the product of the lengths of the diagonal. So, length diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2, and that is the area of a kite.
Easy, right?
Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Now, To learn further, let us consider an example here. Example number 7. Quadrilateral ABCD is a kite with the diagonals BD and AC as their diagonals, and given if AD is equal to 20, okay, ayan. And ADC, where is that ADC? Ayan. ADC is equal to 50. Find the value of W, X, Y, Z, and excuse me, another W. Okay, let us try here. Of course, since this is 20, alright, so our measurement here is also 20. Okay, our Y is 20. Now, for our AB here, okay, so later on malalaman natin yan through the use of Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so angle W is divided by 2, and that is 25. So, ADC here, right? ADC is 50 degrees, right? 50 degrees ito. So, therefore, a measurement dito is half kasi nagbabisect ang mga diagonals ng kanilang okay? So, since this is the one, as you can see here, ito, binabisect yan nila, okay? They bisect. Alright. Ito naman, congruent itong dalawa. Okay. So, 25 na ngayon si angle W, 25 si angle W dito. Of course, angle X is the intersection of, so angle X now is 90 degrees. Okay? Our Y, ito yon, that is 20. So, we also have here the perimeter. So, the perimeter there is 2Z plus 2Y. Okay. 2Z plus 2Y. Alright, okay. So, ito, Z din ito dito. Alright. So, in-add to sila, may 20 dito, so 20 and 20. I don't know, bakit saan galing ang 56? Is equal to 56. So, yeah, I know that the answer is correct. But the question is, saan galing si 56? I think there is some typographical error here kung bakit hindi binigay sa first given ang 56. Binigay lang ng 20 at si 50. I think this is already wrong na part. Okay? So, I hope, maybe, since this is just an example, medyo nakaligtaan lang sa given ang about sa perimeter kasi binigay agad dito 56 ang perimeter. Wala naman sa statement na 56 eh. So, let's just move on. Alright. Okay. Now, let us go to example 8. Okay, let's try whether this one is medyo kompleto. Now, we have here RSTV. Ayan, RSTV. This is a kite where the intersection of the diagonals is at X. Alright. So, RS is equal to 8. Of course, RV will also be 8. O, yan. Sagot na natin yan. ST is 12, so we know that VT is also 12. So, the perimeter of that one will be 8 plus 20, then 8 plus 20 na naman. 8 plus 12, 20, then another 20 na naman, so magiging 40. Ayun nga, 40. Alright. Now, we have here, what is the measurement of angle SXT? SXT. Okay, SXT is the perpendicular pair. Tama, ito yung perpendicular angle na na-form, and that is 90. Alright. If STX, STX, yan, okay, STX is equal to 30 degrees. What is SRV? SRV. Okay, so of course, if this is 30, meron ba na SRV? 80. Given pala, SRV is 80. Okay, so what is VTX? VTX. Okay, so VTX is the counterpart of STX. So, therefore, that is also 30 degrees. RST. Okay, ito yun. So, of course, ang gagawin lang natin dito is ganito. Since given dito si SRX ba? Given ba si SRX? Ay, hindi. SRV. SRV is given 80. So, this SRX will be 40. Okay? So, 40 ito dito. 40, 40. Kasi dito is given 80 degrees. Okay, so 40, 40. Ito naman, 30, 30. So, if this is, kung ito yung na-triangle ang pag-uusapan natin, alright? So, kung 40 ito dito, may 90 degrees na tayo dito. So, kulang na lang tayo ng 50 degrees dito. Okay, so 50 degrees CRSX. Okay, pero hindi yun kasali sa hinahanap. Ang pinapahanap sa atin is SRX. Ano sagutan natin si SRX? And that is 40. RST. Si RST na lang, hindi pa natin nasasagot. So, this is 50, right? Okay, 50 yun siya. Now, dito naman, how about this one? So, if this is 30, this is 90 degrees. So, therefore, ilan din dito ang kailangan? Of course, that is 30 ito, no? So, 90 minus 30, 60. So, 60 and 50, 110 ito sila. Alright? So, 110 ang total. Ganun lang kadali, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to, ayun nga, 110, sabi ko. Ayan. So, at least, hindi tayo nagre-refer lang agad sa mga given examples. At least, nade-discuss talaga natin paano nakuha ang sagot. Now, let us go to the part wherein kayo naman ang sasagot dito, my dear math learners. And here is the part where you will need to answer the let us practice. Now, sabi dito, answer the following questions using the midline theorem and properties of trapezoids and kites. So, technically, lahat ng mga natutunan mo earlier. Alright. So, find the values of the variables and the lengths of the sides. So, if x is 8, y is 13. Okay, x is 8, yan, y is 13. Ano tong 11 and 12? Bakit may 11 and 12? And find the values of the variables and the lengths of the side. What does this mean? 11, 12, 12, 16, 17, 8, 7. The lengths of the side of the kite. So, I'm quite, medyo nakaka-confuse konti itong given dito na 11, 12, 12, 16, 17, 8, and 17. Let's try lang muna. If this x here is 8, so if that is 8, so that is 8 plus 3. So if that is the case, 8 plus 3, that would be 11. Okay? So 11 ito na measurement. Of course, this will be 11 also. Now, para sa value ng y mo, that is 13. 13 minus 2, that is 11. Yeah, correct. So here, another x here. So 8, 8 plus 12, that is 20. So therefore, this is 20 also. So 2 times 8, 16 plus 4, yeah, that is 20. We already have answered the problem. Now, so we already have answered the value of the length of the side of the kite. Same goes, if that's the case. Now, I think you just need to disregard this 12 and 16, 17, 8, and 17. I don't know what's the purpose there. Alright? Basta alam na natin na this is 12, this is 20. Alright. 11. This is 11 and this is 20. Now, going here, we have number 2, the mid segment is, alright. So, katulad kanina, you just multiply this by 2, 16. 16 minus 14.8. So, that is, I think, so 15, 16, 1.2. So, this is 1.2. Ayan. Angle F. Okay, ano si angle F? Of course, they are opposite angles are supplementary. So, ilan ang kailangan ni 49 para maging 180? And that is 131. Alright. Now, we have here QR. And 12, UT, 22, you just add them. That is 34. Divide it by 2. And the answer is 17. Alright, yan. QR is 4. UT is 16. What is VS? Ganon pa rin. You just add 4 and 16. 20 divided by 2, 10. Alright. Now, let us practice more. We have here, use the figure XYZ, triangle XYZ, XYZ. Bakit? Paano naging figure ito na XYZ? Okay. Ayan, medyo meron na. ABC. ABC. Okay, okay pa si ABC. Pero si XYZ parang hindi yata. Are the midpoint of the side. So, AB is parallel. AB. Or, this is not parallel. Okay. AB is equal to, yan, ito, AX. CB is equal to, ito, yan, CZ. If XY is 15, what is BC? I think it's the same. If XB is 9, then what is AC? Half of it. If AB is 7, what is YZ? Same. So, medyo ito, hindi masyadong napapakita kung ano talaga yung tungkol sa midpoint. Anyway. Alright, so, let's go to number 6. Find the values of A, B, and B. Alright. The diagram is not to scale. Okay. So, this is a, okay, klarong-klaro na hindi ito isosceles. I think, hindi ito isosceles kasi walang figure dito. But, okay, but, it says here that, isosceles siguro ito. Kasi opposite sides are supplementary. So, ito naman, consecutive base angles are congruent. So, 103 and 61. Ayun. Next, find AB. Hint, you may use a Pythagorean theorem. Yeah, right. So, AB, 4, 3, okay, 5. Yan. Alright, so now, let us go to the let us remember, my dear math learners. And this is the part na kung saan ay generalize or kinunclude ang mga na-discuss natin earlier. And then, after that, you have the post-test in which you will need to answer series of questions, ABCD lamang po. And you need to do your best here because the module here expects na naintindihan nyo na ang mga topics. But if you do have some confusions along the way about the topics you are encountering, please do put your inquiries in our comment section below at sasagutin ko yan as soon as I read them. Okay? So, after the post-test, okay, you have now the let us in hand. So, this is a, ano tawag dito, performance task na kung saan meron kayo ipa-follow na rubrics. Okay, in which how you are graded based on your answers on this given particular instructions. Okay, then after that, you have the reflections. So, what do you still don't get? What are the basic concept about trapezoids and kite? And what have you understand about the concepts of trapezoids and kite? Alright, so I hope, my dear math learners, ay marami kayong natutunan tungkol sa ating topic for today. If you do have some of your request, just again, put it in our comment section below. And please, my dear math learners, kung bago ka pa sa channel na ito, click that subscribe button at notification bell. And if you think that these videos can help other people, other students, other friends that you have, please click that like button and share this video to them. Para at least marami namang matulungan ang ating mga videos na mga students. Alright, now, always remember, my dear math learners, that masarap matuto ng mathematics kapag marami tayong nagsasama-sama. This is still your free access YouTube edu creator, Math Teacher Ash. And always remember, God bless, keep safe, and thank you very much.
I will take a little trip over yonder, so I can take a look around at what you've seen. I can see from where I am you're on an adventure in a place you can't describe.